It's been a hot minute since I posted a video due to my crippling anxiety. Let's see if there's something I can quickly talk about so I don't take 5 years to post another video. I can always talk about Godzilla Vs Kong, you know, the trailers, TV spots, and all that shit. Oh my god, I almost forgot about Singular Point. They just released a new trailer for that. They got a bunch of stuff about that. Oh my god, Cloverfield 2's been announced. I completely forgot about that. SSSS Dynazenon. Well, I gotta talk about that. I'm contractually obligated. Shit, Ultraman! Pacific Rim the Black. Ow, ow, ow. Skull Island anime's been confirmed. There's so much anime. There's so much kaiju. There's so much toku.
He is a monkey. Hey, Professor, have you seen this meme?
It's a lot of toku. Hey everybody, it's Professor Kaiju, the man who, just like Punxsutawney Phil, comes out once a year to decide whether or not we get winter or more videos. I'm kidding, of course. I'm nowhere near as punctual as Phil. Today's video is very straightforward. There's been a lot of tokusatsu kaiju stuff that's been announced in the last couple months. Stuff that is either in the works, is about to come out, or some of it has already technically come out. And, you know, I just thought I'd give my opinions on that stuff real quick. It's nothing too in-depth, you know, just how I feel about a bunch of these different properties. And, you know, I realize I don't really talk about that here. I've talked about it on some live streams and maybe on Twitter a little bit, but I don't really express that stuff, and I'm kind of hoping that you guys might be interested in this. It'd be a slightly, you know, easier video to put out, because I know I haven't put out a lot of stuff, and I want to work on that this year. A lot, like, legitimately. I know that's a thing people want from me. Some people have said I should do that, videos, put them out. Here it is. Please watch. Anyway, just let's get in there. You just get in there. Let's just start with the big one, Godzilla vs. Kong. This looks pretty good to me. You know, I'm not as excited for this as I was for King of the Monsters, but I'm still, you know, pretty happy to see this movie. I've seen at least the first 2 trailers and I think like 1 TV spot. I like a lot of the visuals, the neon cityscape, Kong swinging around the war bats and such. A lot of just the fun stuff like with Kong and Godzilla interacting on the ship. It feels a little weird with the connection with the girl and Kong, especially like her doing sign language and such, just because of the sheer size difference, especially since Kong is a lot bigger now. But, you know, they also fight on top of a, you know, giant boat, so, you know, like, what, does it really matter? I don't know. It's probably, it's a nitpick. It's really, really tiny nitpick. I also love the fact that the Japanese trailer, forgot I also saw that, made sure that they included Godzilla bitch slapping Kong back after he punched him. Really, overall, I just hope that this movie is close to or on par with King of the Monsters. I'm hoping for maybe some better dialogue or a little bit better, something a little bit more from the characters. So far, the MonsterVerse has been pretty good for me. I'm not a big fan of 2014 at all, in the slightest, from day one after seeing that movie. Kong Skull Island is one of my favorites of the whole series, and just a really good movie in general. And I loved King of the Monsters as well. I do think it has its problems, but I think all of the strengths easily outweigh all of the negatives with that movie. So if this can be close to what King of the Monsters brought, I will be thoroughly happy with it. Shin Ultraman's a thing. Yeah, that's cool. I love Shin Godzilla, so, you know, obviously they're going to be the same. That's a joke. I haven't really seen a lot of Ultraman. I've seen most of the first season, though. This looks like this is going to be heavily based off the first season, or a lot of stuff taken from that. I think the teaser looks very good. I can't really say much more than that. I know Hideki Anno and Shinji Higuchi are behind this. I don't believe Anno, though, is doing the directing. I think Shinji Higuchi is. I think they kind of swap positions for this one, but I can't remember off the top of my head. I know that the teaser has a similar look and feel to Shin Godzilla, the way it's edited and the pacing of it, and even if that's all that this movie has in common with Shin Godzilla, I'll be very happy with that, because I think that that's what really helped Shin Godzilla in the first place, was the way it was edited and presented. I know a lot of people had the problem with all the boring talks and meetings and everything, but I think the crisp, fast editing and pacing, like, just, it sucked me into that movie. So if this has that, I'll be happy with that. I like most of the designs I've been seeing. You know, it's interesting that Ultraman doesn't have his timer on his body, so I know that's a thing for basically all of Ultraman, so it's kind of interesting to see, like, what happens with this version of Ultraman, like how it's going to be different to other ones. I like how the SSSSP, the Science Special Search Party or Science Patrol, have like kind of a more grounded look in this teaser, and I also really like their pins that they have. Of course, you know, I'm contractually obligated to speak about SSSS Dynazenon. As everyone knows who's familiar with my channel, and people who are not familiar with my channel, that I am a huge fan of the Gridman and of the Gridman anime, and I grew up off of the American version, Samurai Cyber Squad. So I've come to you once again to talk about Gridman. From the teaser, I like what I've seen a lot. You know, we don't have a lot of context from what we see, but that's fine. I actually prefer this instead of like getting bombarded with stuff and get half the show, you know, ruined. I like a lot of the designs, like from the characters that we see, and especially like the Kaiju. I can't remember if it's only one or maybe two different Kaiju in there, but they're strikingly colorful, and I just like the look of the shit in here. A lot of the characters look interesting. A lot of stuff I just see in general looks a lot like the first show, SSS Gridman, and that's fine with me because, you know, I'm a huge fan of that. A lot of it looks like high schoolers, again, dealing with this stuff and whatnot. We got some mysterious people in there who look like they might be similar to the Neon Genesis Junior High squad, so not sure, or who knows, they might be the villains of this series. Also, I've heard from people that it might be more of like a mecha. I don't know if that's a confirmed thing or just from conjecture, but considering the name of the show is Dynazenon, and Dyna is obviously from Dyna Dragon from the original Gridman, and they even show it in part of the teaser. Dyna Dragon was, well, a dragon, you know, a mechanical dragon that would combine with Gridman to form King Gridman, and Xenon is also from the three vehicles could form together in the original show and become Godzilla. And in the anime, the vehicles did the exact same thing. I think it was like full-powered Xenon or something along those lines. So this looks like it's gonna be something similar like Dyna Dragon combining with different vehicles or robots and becoming the giant mech that they've been showing, which I think is pretty cool. But it looks like that might be like, you know, something along the lines of like maybe one or multiple of these high schoolers drive the vehicles and stuff. And I'm like, I'm down with that. I'm not an enormous mecha fan, but you know, I like me some Gundams and Zoids and whatnot. So I am extremely looking forward to this show, and usually I like to binge watch, but I think I'm going to be watching this like literally every week as it comes out. So. Godzilla Singular Point. Now, I know this show is already technically coming out in Japan. It has not come out for worldwide release, I believe, yet. Still waiting on that, but from what I've seen from the trailer and some of the other images I've seen, or trailers and things I've seen online, definitely like the look of this. This looks more akin to what I wanted from, say, the anime trilogy. Just a, you know, something that has a lot of 2D traditional anime, but it also has 3D CGI stuff, and I'm perfectly fine with that. I think blending the two, you know, when it's done well, looks good. You know, it can be done really badly too, but from what I've seen, it looks like it's done solidly. I'm really interested to see where this anime goes, because there's a lot of stuff in there that have like giant questions, like, is there, they show pictures that look like there may have been like an ancient Godzilla, or maybe something that like a prototype Godzilla, like something that evolved over time or something. Even from the name Singular Point, there's that question of like, what does that exactly mean? Like, is there some type of like crazy event, you know, quantum sort of event that happens in the anime that causes all this shit to happen? Then there's Short Stack Jet Jaguar or Short King, which I'd just like to say, like, I've never fully, I don't think I've ever really decided whether or not I really like the original Jet Jaguar. I'm sorry, guys. It's been kind of like a neutral thing for me. But this goofy this short dork, I really love him. I love the goofy design on this thing, and I'm interested to see what it does, because I know from like the second trailer that they dropped, there seems to be it seems like he's gonna get pretty serious in this anime, because I'm pretty sure he was packing. Then just seeing all these different kaiju in there, pretty sure are all like Showa era stuff. We see something that looks like, it's pretty sure it's Gabara. The pterodactyls, which are now basically confirmed, we're sure that they're like Rodan. Images of like Hedorah, possibly Titanosaurus, maybe, not sure about that one. Just a bunch of stuff from there, and I'm just interested to see if there's gonna be like any others from like the show area. Oh, and then of course Anguirus too. I really like his design. So I'm just interested to see if there's going to be more in there, and what the correlation is. You know, there's a lot of questions up in the air. I like the designs of a lot of the characters I've been seeing, like the main two, like the girl and the guy with the white hair. You know, kind of curious like how their personalities are, yada yada. A lot of this is just, you know, real speculation, but I am very excited for this. I want to see where the story goes. I don't know. I'm kind of just hoping for just a good show, you know, a good series. I'm just hoping that it delivers. Okay, these are very short. I know the Kong Skull Island anime had been announced, and also a sequel, an actual true sequel to Cloverfield 2 or whatever. Excited for both of these. Kong Skull Island, as I said earlier, is just one of my favorites out of the Monsterverse, so I'm really interested to see an anime on that. You know, again, since there's absolutely nothing to go on, it's really up in the air. This could be really good, this could be terrible, a train wreck. I'm really hoping it's good. I'm hoping that they get someone attached to it that like has seen maybe the movie, or at least has a grasp of what they're doing. You know, I actually had said this before somewhere, that I really would love to see more of the actual island, especially based from the Skull Island movie. You know, a lot of the wildlife and things on the island just were really cool and very interesting, like the spider, the giant buffalo, and everything. There's a lot of stuff that I think could be delved into there. You know, there could be other monsters, and they don't even have to be things like the skull crawlers, but just seeing some of the wildlife be, you know, just a little bit bigger or weirder or something, or adapted in some strange ways would be really interesting. And as Cloverfield 2 goes, I like the first Cloverfield movie and 10 Cloverfield Lane, but they have a weird relationship. I would be interested to see a legit sequel to the first Cloverfield, but again, it just depends on what the idea is, what the story is. It could be good, you know, or it could just be complete hot trash. You know, like, are they going to continue legitimately right from the first movie? Or are there going to be some type of like thing where it's like, oh, things kind of happen differently? I think there was a comic that came after Cloverfield, or they were going to release one about that, but I would like to see how that goes. But again, it's, you know, just an announcement and not really much to go off of. Pacific Rim the Black. Now, let me just say, you know, a controversial hot take here. I loved Pacific Rim and hated Uprising. I know, shocking, right? Oh my god, Professor, what a, you're gonna get canceled. No, okay. The controversial opinion would say that you actually enjoyed Uprising. And I'm not gonna spend time like bashing that or anything. I've seen quite a few people who do like Uprising, and I'm happy that they do. I haven't seen Pacific Rim, the original, in a long time, so my feelings could change on that. I've been meaning to rewatch that. As far as Uprising, I would like to try to give it a second chance, but I have a really good feeling that it's not going to change much, if at all. But that's not really the focal point here. I liked a lot of stuff that I saw from this trailer. And I would go more into this and talk about this more, but instead, I'd rather save a lot of that, because I actually plan on, get this, I'm going to put out a review very soon for the entire show. Yeah, that's right, I've seen the whole first season of Pacific Rim the Black, and all 7 episodes, and I'm hoping to put out a condensed review. It's going to be different from what I've done before, but I do hope that the final product is something that everyone will enjoy. It's going to be, you know, it's going to be new for everyone, and I hope that me saying it's going to be out soon doesn't bite me in the ass. Wow, other professor. Let's see if that works out. You dumb bitch. Anyway, guys, this has been Professor Kaiju, and thank you for watching. Reminder to subscribe, like, comment, whatever that crap, because YouTube really does suck, and that stuff does actually help, you know, especially subscribing and commenting. Let me know if you like this type of style of video. If you want me to, maybe I can do slightly more condensed videos, you know, not make it a giant project like I always do, and end up hating myself in the end for, because it takes 5 years to make. So, you know, let me know, and I'm pretty sure that covers basically everything that I wanted to talk about with this stuff